Good day. Welcome to Teacher Ariel TV. Matatag Curriculum Math for Quarter 1, Week 2. Draw and state the properties of triangles and quadrilaterals. Classify triangles and quadrilaterals according to sides and angles. Day 1. Short review. Look around you or inside our classroom and identify things or objects with the shape of a triangle. Can you name the triangular structures given below? We see triangles around us and all over the world. Can you think of some triangular structures that you can find in the Philippines? Observe the triangle and answer the following questions. Number 1. How many points or vertices are there in the triangle? What are those points? Answer: 3 points, namely points A, B, and C. What are the sides that connect the points? Answer: sides AB, BC, and EC. Unlocking content vocabulary. The prefix 3 in triangle means 3. A triangle is a three-sided polygon. A polygon is a closed plane figure whose sides are segments. A vertex is a corner point. It is the intersection of points of two sides of a polygon. It is a point where two sides meet. The symbol is read as triangle. Equilateral triangle, all sides of equal length. Isosceles triangle with two sides of equal length. The congruent or equal sides are called legs. The third side is called the base. The angles opposite the legs are called base angles. The angle opposite the base is called the vertex angle. Scaling triangle, all sides of different lengths. Subtopic 1. Exploring the properties of triangles. The prefix 3 in triangle means 3. A triangle is a three-sided figure with 3 vertices, 3 sides, and 3 angles. Triangles are named using its vertices, plural for vertex, in a clockwise or counterclockwise order. In naming triangles, you may start from any vertex. A vertex is a corner point. It is the intersection point of two sides of a polygon. It is a point where two sides meet. Example: the vertices of the triangle are points X, Y, and Z. It can be named as triangle XYZ, or triangle YZX, or triangle ZXY, or triangle XZY, or triangle ZYX, or triangle YXZ. The symbol is read as triangle. Look at the images of triangles below. What are the names of the objects presented? How are these objects similar or different from one another? Do you think the sides of the given triangular objects are the same, or equal, or different, not equal? If yes, which objects have the same sides? Different sides. How many sides have the same or different dimensions in terms of their lengths? How would you classify each triangle based on the length of its sides? Equilateral triangle. It is a triangle where all sides are of equal length. This means the side AB equal to side BC equal to side CA. Isosceles triangle. This is a triangle with two sides of equal length. This means that the two equal sides of the given triangle are side DO and side CO. The congruent or equal are called legs. These are sides DO and CO. The third side is called the base. Side DC is the base. Scalene triangle. This triangle has all sides of different lengths. This means that sides AB not equal to BC not equal to CA. Classify each triangle using the side length you've learned. Write down the name that describes each triangle best considering its side. Letter A. Equilateral, isosceles, scalene. Letter B. What kind of triangle is shown? So the answer is isosceles. What must be the length of the third side? So the answer is 9. Letter C. What kind of triangle is shown? Equilateral. What must be the length of line AC and line BC? 6 centimeters. Formative assessment. Identify the type of triangle based on the given description. Number 1. A triangle with all sides equal. Number 2. A triangle with two equal sides. Number 3. A triangle with no equal sides. Day 2. Name the sides of the triangle below. What is the classification of this triangle based on its side? So the answer, sides AB, BC, and CA. The triangle is scalene. It has 3 different sides. Number 1. How many angles are there? Number 2. What are those angles? And number 3. Do you think the angles have the same measure or different measure? An acute triangle has all angles less than 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle has one angle greater than 90 degrees. A right triangle has one angle that is exactly 90 degrees. The longest side is called the hypotenuse. It is opposite the right angle. The two shorter sides are called legs. The angles opposite the legs are acute angles. An equiangular triangle has 3 equal angles. Subtopic 2. Kinds of triangles according to angles. Right with a right angle, obtuse with an obtuse angle, and acute. All angles are acute. Kinds of triangles according to angles. Right triangle. This is a triangle with a right angle. In a right triangle, take note of the following. The longest side is called the hypotenuse. It is opposite the right angle. The hypotenuse is side AC. The two shorter sides are called legs. The legs are sides AB and BC. The angles opposite the legs are acute angles. Acute triangle. This is a triangle with all 3 anterior angles measuring less than 90 degrees. The acute angles in triangle ABC are angles A, B, and C. Obtuse triangle. This is a triangle with an obtuse angle. The obtuse angle in triangle ABC is angle B. Work example. Classify each triangle using the side length you've learned. Write down the name that describes its triangle best considering its sides. Letter A. This is a right triangle. Letter B. Acute triangle. Letter C. Obtuse triangle. Letter D. Acute triangle. What kind of triangle is shown? Okay, the answer is acute triangle. What must be the measure of angle P? 60 degrees. What must be the measure of angle R? 60 degrees. Summarize the properties of each type of triangle. Formative assessment. Can a right triangle have an obtuse angle? No. A right triangle cannot have an obtuse angle. A right triangle has one right angle, which measures 90 degrees. Number 2. Can an obtuse triangle have two obtuse angles? No, an obtuse triangle cannot have two obtuse angles. Day 3. What is a triangle? How many sides and angles does a triangle have? A triangle is a three-sided figure, 3 sides and 3 angles. Can you name and describe different types of triangles based on their side lengths and angles? Types of triangles according to sides: isosceles, scalene, and equilateral. Types of triangles according to angles: right, acute, and obtuse. 3. Imagine you have a triangle with one angle measuring 90 degrees. What is this type of triangle called? The answer is right triangle. Find, observe, and share. Look around. Observe the different objects you see, and find objects that have 4 sides. Share your findings with the class. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided figure with broad, several types, and unique properties. Today, we will focus our discussion on the following: parallelogram, rectangle, and square. Quadrilateral is a 4-sided figure. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. Rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. Square is a rectangle with equal sides. Subtopic 3. Quadrilaterals, parallelograms, rectangle, and square. What do you notice about the pictures below? A quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon. It has 4 vertices and 4 angles. It can be named using its vertices in a counterclockwise direction, starting from any vertex. Angle H and angle E are opposite angles. Line HM and line TA are opposite sides. Angle T and angle M are opposite angles, and line MA and HT are opposite sides. A diagonal is a segment joining 2 opposite vertices of a polygon. It divides a quadrilateral into 2 triangles. We learned that the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Each triangle formed by the diagonal has a total angle measurement of 180 degrees. Therefore, the sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. These are the classification of quadrilaterals. Focus on the parallelogram. Name the vertices, sides, and angles. Identify the 2 pairs of opposite sides and the 2 pairs of opposite angles. Describe the parallelogram. It has 2 pairs of opposite sides. that are parallel to each other. Line BA parallel to line CD, BC parallel to line AD. Each pair of opposite sides are equal. So line BA equal to line CD and line BC equal to line AD. Each pair of opposite angles are equal. Angle A equal to angle C and angle B equal to angle D. Note the marks on the sides of the parallelogram. The opposite sides have the same arrowhead marks, which means that they are parallel. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. This time, focus on the rectangle. Name the vertices, sides, and angles. So the vertex M, N, Q, P. Sides, so we have here line MN, line NP, line QP, and line MQ. The angles, angle M, angle N, angle Q, and angle P. Identify the two pairs of opposite sides and the two pairs of opposite angles. Opposite sides, line MN and line QP, line MQ and line NP. Opposite angles, angles Q and N, and angles M and P. Describe the rectangle. Are both pairs of opposite sides parallel? Yes. Letter B. Are both pairs of opposite sides equal? Yes. Letter C. Are both pairs of opposite angles equal? Yes. And letter D. Is a rectangle a parallelogram? Yes. How would you classify the angles of a rectangle? Right angle. A rectangle is a parallelogram with four right angles. Now look at the square. Name the vertices, sides, and angles. So the vertex R, S, T, and V. Sides, line RS, line ST, line TV, and line RV. Angles, angle R, angle S, angle T, and angle V. Identify the two pairs of opposite sides and the two pairs of opposite angles. So we have here opposite sides, line RS and line VT, and line RV and line ST. Opposite angles, angles R and T and S and V. Describe the square. Are both pairs of opposite sides parallel? Yes. Is a square a parallelogram? Yes. How would you classify the angles of a square? Right angle. Is a square a rectangle? Yes. What can you say about the sides of a square? All are equal. A square is a rectangle with equal sides. Identify and describe the type of quadrilateral illustrated by each object. Square, rectangle with all sides equal. Rectangle with four right angles and opposite sides are equal. Parallelogram with two pairs of parallel sides. Reflection on learning. Which do you often see in your surroundings? Triangles or quadrilaterals? Why do you think so? Illustrate the following. Number 1, parallelogram. Number 2, rectangle. And number 3, square. Day 4. What is a quadrilateral? How does it differ from a triangle in terms of the number of sides and angles? Quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. It has four angles, while a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. Review what was learned in the previous lesson. How will you differentiate parallelogram, square, and rectangle? Can you draw it in the board? Parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. Rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. Square is a rectangle with equal sides. Can you identify a quadrilateral with all sides of equal length and all angles at 90 degrees? What is this type of quadrilateral called? Square. Today we will continue with the rest of the kinds of quadrilaterals. Looking at the diagram, which ones have we not discussed yet? So they are general quadrilateral, rhombus, and trapezoid. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. Rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. And general quadrilateral has no parallel sides. Subtopic 4. Quadrilateral, rhombus, and trapezoid. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. The trapezoid is also called trapezium. Rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. Is a square a rhombus? A square is a rhombus because it has 4 equal sides. A general quadrilateral has no parallel sides. One kind of general quadrilateral is the kite. You will learn more about the properties of a kite in the future. Can you identify the type of this quadrilateral? This is trapezoid. How do you know this is a trapezoid? It has only 1 pair of parallel sides. Can you identify the type of this quadrilateral? Rhombus. How do you know this is a rhombus? It is a parallelogram with equal sides. How would you describe the rhombus? Both pairs of opposite angles are equal. Describe the differences between rhombus and trapezoid. Doors and chalkboards are normally rectangular in shape. Chessboards are square shaped. Why do you think objects are shaped the way they are? Formative assessment. Illustrate the following. Letter A, rhombus. B, right trapezoid. C, isosceles trapezoid. Day 5. How many sides does a triangle have? 3. Number 2. If a triangle has one angle that measures 90 degrees, what type of triangle is it called? Right triangle. Can a triangle have 2 sides of the same length? What is this type of triangle called? Yes, isosceles triangle. What is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon. If a quadrilateral has all sides of equal length, what do we call it? Rhombus. Draw a square and label its sides and angles. Subtopic 5. Performance task. Look at the chart below. Give actual objects or structures that represent each item. As performance task, you are going to create a structure like the one shown. Imagine that all of you are architects or engineers. You are going to construct a structure with triangles and quadrilaterals using popsicle sticks or the like. Be creative in showing the different triangles and quadrilaterals that you have learned. Please be guided by the rubrics given below. Reflection on learning. Notice that in constructions, the triangle is widely and commonly used. Why do you think so? That's all for now. Thanks for watching.